Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah Pavan.
And I'm Adam.
And today we're watching Death Note episode 34 called Vigilance.
We are closing in.
We're closing in. Nier has made some very good deductions.
I mean, he's pretty much got it figured out.
He has deduced that Light is a version of Kira, El Kira.
Yeah.
And that there's a second version that is acting as well, who he called X-Kira. He also put it together that Kiyomi is the liaison between them.
No, it's just hours and hours of footage. That's a really good assistant coach. Just game prep right there.
So he's closing in.
Yeah. I'm curious to see how he pulls the strings, because it's not enough to know. He's got to catch him in the act to... Pickle drinks. He's got to catch him in the act to prove that he's there, because he doesn't seem like he's just going to kill them. Like, he wants to do it by the book. So how he's going to figure out to prove it, I'm curious. But that's what I think this is going to be around. And to me, Misa is still a wild card. She is still going to be out for revenge somehow, I think.
I feel like Kiyomi feels that she won that dinner, and Misa feels like Misa won that dinner. But it's clear, like, Kiyomi gathered everything she needed to, that Misa has no clue about the Death Note anymore.
Yeah. But I don't think Misa's going to go quietly.
Well, neither's Teru, obviously. He was supposed to stop killing people, and then, like, I feel like he's not. Or maybe he is. I don't know.
I think he killed that person on the subway, and I think they're following him, and they know now maybe he's going to be the weak link, but Light is having to trust people outside of his inner circle, and there's always ways in.
It's getting spicy. It's been spicy. Let's not kid ourselves, but we are closing in on the end here, everybody. So let's dive in. We've been shocked for
every episode. It's been great.
We're prepared to be shocked again. So let's get started. Death Note episode 34 is coming right now.
Mikami と同じ車両に乗り合わせ、女性に絡んでいた男が倒れました。三上がノートに何か書き込んだ数十秒後です。おそらくこれで決まりだな。
はい。とにかくまずはより三上に近づかねばなりません。
Variable down.
それにあたり注意する。
But I often wonder if they notice people following them.
死神の存在です。死神に尾行がバレれば三上に教える。
Ryuk is loyal to no one.
Well, it is Ryuk.
しかし死神はノートに触ったものにしか見えない。見えないものに注意するというのは難しいな。
難しくてもやって。
I think he's gonna try and bump into him and touch the notebook so he can see.
わかりました。
今日もライト君はこの部屋で高田アナと会う。この密会を始めてすぐに高田アナにキラからの電話があり、監視カメラが外された。その時まず思ったのは、これでは筆談はできる。
Keep pulling on that thread, baby.
Yeah, he's right to be suspicious.
僕につける盗聴器以外、この部屋には何もない。
あとはバスルームだな。
Do you think he's gonna leave a bug of his own?
ライト君もなぜここまでカメラや盗聴器にこだわる？
Real investigator.
そもそもなぜキラはこの密会を許している？何かが腑に落ちない。万が一筆談しているとしてやれることは。
Switch the pad?
八神くん、昨日天音さんと二人で話したわ。
何を？
これライトくんピンチっすよ。
松田、お前何か喜んでないか？
This guy loves the
天
soaps.
音さん、歌謡祭であなたとの婚約発表をすると言っていたわ。
ピンチピンチ大ピンチ。
松田うるせえ。
いや、 彼女にはなかなか切り出せないだけで、僕の中ではとっくにミサのやつに余計なことを。いや高田もだ。全く女というのは。
Because you don't understand the dynamic, Light.
どうかしら。
彼女には T の前にキラの裁きをさせていた。彼女が僕の知らないところでキラの力を持ち、僕がキラであることを知っていたので仕方なかった。でなければあんな直情型の女性は選ばない。
天音さんがキラの裁きを。でも今は私。
Because you're being
仕
used.
方なく。
This should be a red
私は
flag.
八神君に選ばれて。
高田さん、
No, you're not special. It's not different.
今は君だけだ。
今は君だけ。八神君らしくもない。ありきたりのセリフね。
確かにライト君らしくない厳しい言い訳の仕方だ。
で、天音と高田、本当はどっちなの？
それは二股なんじゃ。
二股ってお前、そんなことが許されると？
いや、僕じゃないし。静かにしろ。
Yeah, we're doing investigative work here.
これからの八神君次第だけど、信用するわ。でも、もし嘘だったらひどいことになるわよ。私、キラに言いつけますから。
キラか。キラが今の世の中に必要なのもわかるが、最近考えてしまうんだ。高田さんと一緒になれる日は来るのかって。ある意味、
He's feeding her
高田さん
all
が
the
容疑
lines
者に
to
選んだ
say.
キラが憎い。悪人を殺すのはいいが、僕たちは悪人じゃない。幸せになる権利があるはずだ。
二人で穏やかに幸せに。そのためには、キラがいなければ。
ああ、キラさえいなければ。
キラなんか、捕まればいい。そうね。私たちが幸せになるためには、キラが捕まること。
高田さん、本気で言っているのか？
ええ。
He's acting terrible.
Good thing it's only voice
僕は今
required.
の警察に、高田さんはキラや今の世の中に逆らうことになる。それでもいいのかい？
すごい間だな。
For dramatic effect.
いいわ。私が八神君に協力することで、二人が幸せになれるなら。
大逆転だ。さすがライト君。ミサミサとの二股からタッキーを協力させる方向に持っていくなんて。
He's not buying it. Okay,
Does
this is
she actually believe this? Is she actually falling for this?
the act of being chosen can be very powerful. And they have a history. And the only red flag to her is Misa, and he just explained that away. I think the real question is, does Light actually care about her?
I am honestly not convinced he cares about anybody. All the evidence throughout the show tells me that the only person he's ever cared about is himself. He's respected people. He's respected his dad, he's respected Elle. But does he like truly care about people? I don't know.
But think about all of the people we've seen him interact with. His family, no choice. Misa.
But he was given a choice at one point and he's like, yeah, kill my sister.
No, I understand that, but you don't
And then
get
he
to...
sacrificed his dad, basically.
Yeah, but you don't get to choose your family, right? He didn't choose Misa because she happened into his life because she had the power. He's not choosing the police force. Like, this is the first person who... I'm not saying I agree with it.
No,
I'm
I
just
feel
saying
like
I'm
this
curious.
was like a coincidence, though. Like, what are the chances that Teru happens to pick as his spokesperson somebody that like knew? My other question is, do you think that this interaction was him asking Kiyomi to out Teru?
We didn't get a chance to read all the notes, but I think that makes sense.
I was under the impression that she, like, it was when they were thinking in their head, it was like they were reading the note.
Maybe.
But I don't know.
But look at the pile of notes that was there. Like, we definitely didn't see everything. But I think she did put it together that he's asking me to kill now because she has sheets, which means he wants me to get rid of Teru. That conversation about catching Kira and that being the only way to be together makes me think he was.
What do you think he's asking her to kill him instead of just like out him publicly?
One of the two. But I think outing him publicly
would go against her as his spokesperson and it would make her look bad. There are so many different pieces here.
It depends what his end game is.
But he also was like, hey, Misa did this job for me, now you do it for me. Like, if somebody said that to me, I'd be like, so you're using everybody. But she's like, oh, yeah.
What if I asked you?
Well, you don't have a history of doing this, so I'd be like, yeah, sure.
But Teru's already unraveled. They're following him. They've seen him kill. He is a loose end.
Well, I wonder maybe if he notices that he's being tailed.
Maybe. But at this point, it doesn't matter. He's been witnessed killing somebody with the notebook.
独り言？
はい、遠距離なので音声はダメですが、口元を映像に撮りました。三上の勤務する検察庁で休憩時の映像です。ここです。
Did you just see that thing move on the ground?
もう一度スローで見せてくれ。
It definitely moved. Unless it's windy.
That was too precise of a movement.
死にがみかだな。
That's impressive lip reading.
反応したようです。
今ふとため息を。
ここから少し長く喋っているように見えます。
You should be able to see him and not ask.
あの死にがみのとわたしたきりあらわれやしない。
What?
あの死神、ノートを渡したきり現れやしない。
Ryuka's MIA.
三上は死神からノートを渡されたが、それ以来死神は三上についていない。なるほど。
Down.
それじゃあ八神くん、今日はこれで。
ああ、やっと終わった。今日も濃かったっすね。何時間もきついっすよ、これ。
そういう割には笑顔だ。
He's got popcorn
チェ
out.
ックアウトに行ってくる。
お疲れ様です。
Pick up his
大変っ
phone.
すね。ホテル
Or
とチ
check
ェッ
his
クアウトの
fingernail.
相沢さんで。
ない。つけたはずの爪痕が。4つのうち2つに爪痕はない。部屋はまだそのまま。従業員はここに入っていない。なのになぜメモが新しいものに変えられている。筆談している。
Yep. Nice.
はい。
Let me talk to Nier.
何？ニアに会って直接話したい。
Nobody does that.
Ooh, he's got some
Shades.
banging shades ready.
ミスター相沢、お久しぶりです。そして初めまして。
目隠しさ
Oh my
せたのは
gosh,
初めましてもないもの
those
だな。
Oh, he's blindfolded or sunglasses?
That's what I thought.
では目隠しを取って構いません。
ニア、
Here's the kid.
私はあなた方を信じる。エルと高田は毎晩のように会っている。
知っています。
じゃあこれはどうだ。二人は筆談をしている。間違いない。
ミスター相沢、余計なことはしないでください。
余計なこと。
はい。もうキラとしての証拠を挙げればいいという段階ではないんです。キラを止めるには、この私がキラの完全なる負けを突きつけるしかない。ミスター相沢、はっきり言います。あなた方はもう蚊帳の外なんです。ただ、それでもキラを捕まえたいというなら、今
That's
まで
tough to hear when you put in all that
ただ
work.
見張っていてください。
ただ見張るだけ。
はい。しかし、L を見張ることで意義はあるんです。そして、それが私のシナリオに入っている。その形で私に協力してほしいということです。キラに勝つため。そして見届けてください。キラの最後。
One page. He's
Dude,
already
they've
got
been
it figured out.
spending years investigating this, and now Nier's basically like, just don't get in the way.
That's tough. I mean, think about all of the time sacrificing away from their family just to be dismissed by a 13-year-old.
Well, and Aizawa like left and then came back.
Yeah.
I would be like, can I hang out here with you and just work on this with you? Because nobody knows where you are.
Too suspicious. But I like the initiative of him trying to collect evidence and do that and following his hunch. I mean,
He's been suspicious for a while.
Yeah, I like Matsuda, but he's kind of like Ryuk. He's along for the ride and enjoying the drama.
Yeah. Can we talk about the fact that Ryuk just has not made an appearance since giving Teru the notebook?
He doesn't like Teru. Does that surprise
But
you?
aren't they like attached to their notebooks, kind of?
Well, who's to say that's actually his notebook?
Like Rem followed Misa around.
Yeah, but that's because Rem liked Misa. I think
Ryuk
they
has
can
been
do-
following Light around. Do you think Ryuk likes him?
I do. I think he finds Light interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's different than like.
Interesting entertainment, popcorn value. But Ryuk is doing his own thing, like he always has.
There's something to this. I don't know.
Something screwy here.
He's in the apple orchard, picking them for himself, having a good time.
Adam's favorite part of the show.
私にとって大きな飛躍の年となった今年ももうあとわずかになりました。その締めくくりとなるこの東西歌謡祭総合司会の高田清美です。よろしくお願いいたします。
さあいよいよっすよ歌謡祭。
松田、砂漠報道と被害者のチェックは？
それは今年のトップバッター我らがミサミサの出番の後ってことで。
何よ。
SPK だ。ご同行願いたい。
ここで皆さんにお詫びしなければならないことがあります。残念なことに今年のトップバッター天音美沙さんがまだホール入りしておりません。しかし何が
どういうことだ。茂木からは何も聞いてないぞ。
早く NHN に戻ってよ。
What is it?
そうでなくてもミサドタキャンの女王って言われちゃってんだから。
ミサミサ、おとなしくしてください。
もっちなんでよ。
キラを捕まえるためです。
そんなのミサ関係ないんだ。
最悪銃を突きつけてでもと思っていたが抵抗せずに助かった。ミスターモギ。相沢さんの話を聞いていなかったら抵抗していただろう。だが
Ooh, Aizawa.
メモの話を聞いて
Spreading
しまっ
his
たら
intel.
He's got the team turning.
なんなの。
ニア、
なんでしょう、L。
茂木と天音美沙の行方がわからない。
はい。こちらで身柄を拘束させていただいています。
なんだと。
何のために？
念のため。
ニア、誘拐監禁は犯罪です。すぐにやめてください。
それがミスターモギもアマネも快く受け入れてくれています。なんならつなぎますよ。どうぞ。
ご
ミサさん、N です。ニアに軟禁されているようですが。
それに応じたというのは本当ですか？
はい。モキ。
ミサが反対したんだよ。でもモッチーがじっとしてた方がいいって。じゃないとみんな殺されちゃうからって。
わかりました。二人が応じているのならいいでしょう。
第二のキラだった可能性のある
Is it fine though, Light, or are you
とりあえ
freaking
ず
out?
排除しておく。八神ライト、この行動の意味は分かっているはず。
Oh.
リドナーたちはうまくやっているようだ。9時を回った。よし、こっちも。
Hitting that pec deck.
Touch the pages of the notebook.
I thought he was gonna kidnap him.
You were the one who came up with the idea of touching the pages.
I know. My theory changed.
三上は仕事で帰る時間
He
が
sees him
確
doing
かと
this,
なる
he's
くらい
dead.
毎日ハンデをしたような生活をしています。
それで毎週月曜と木曜の21時まで必ずそのジムに。
はい。入会してから4年間、きっかりその時間に。元旦すら休んでいません。私も会員になり、裏も取りました。
では今度の月曜31日も行くと考えていいでしょう。
はい。元旦に行くやつです。大晦日だって行くに決まってますよ。
ジェバンニ、31日にジムでノートに触ることは可能ですか？
You were just saying he was gonna kidnap him.
ホテルのセキュリティは確認済みです。ロッカールームには監視カメラもありません。
ではお願いします。
もし死神がついていたら私が死ぬ可能性もありますよね。
はい。それを確認するためにやってもらうんです。またもし触って死神が見えなかったとしても、ある程度の期間観察し、ついているかいないか判断したい。怖ければレスターにやってもらいます。
わかりました。やります。
Dude, you better go fast. Okay? I'm a little worried. Just like rifle your hand through all the papers.
死神がついていたら、いや、それならすでにこの時点でもう触るしか。
It's fake.
Maybe not. I have a couple questions.
Because didn't Kiyomi tell him create a fake notebook too?
He did.
At one point?
She did.
Okay, so was that was probably the real one.
Was
Because
that
his eyes flashed.
Yeah, well, so I was wondering if his eyes flashing was like him freaking out that he might see something, or if he felt a difference when he touched the notebook. We don't really know, or I don't know, if you feel any kind of sensation when you do that. But he definitely killed someone in front of him. So even if the outside of the notebook is quote unquote fake, some of the pages are real. So do you have to touch an actual real page? Does it extend to the book? Is there an art? Like
It's
there's
just the book. But you know what I would have done if I was him? I would have just stuck my hand into the bag and just gone like this. When you know what I was thinking when he was holding his hand there? I thought that Teru had noticed him following him
Yeah.
and wrote it, had like a paper in his pocket and like wrote his name down.
I thought
And
when
like
the,
he was about to die.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
I thought when the camera panned around the locker, that was Teru coming in and he was going to confront him.
No, because he kind of peeked in on him in the thing, and I was like, oh man, Teru saw him peek in, he's been noticing him following him, he's gonna kill him right now, and then like the 6 minutes passed just as he reached, and then it, but no.
Well, I thought he was also potentially gonna kidnap Teru to apply more pressure on Light to take away his pieces. Because I think Nier still thinks Misa could be or was involved in all of that.
I think he did think that, but I think seeing her now, didn't he conclude that she has nothing to do with it anymore?
Maybe.
Or Mello observed her
Yeah.
at one point. It was like, yeah, no, she has nothing to do with this.
He knows he's using people to kill with the notebook, so he's just removing all of the options. I'm still trying to figure out if he has the power or not. Like, if he touched the real notebook, if he got it. The eyes, I
But
don't
where's
know.
the Shinigami?
But there's 2 Death Notes in play that don't have a Shinigami attached to it.
Well, one is in the possession of the cops.
Yeah.
And didn't Saido take one back? Sido?
Well, there was...
We go over this every episode.
Yeah, but both Jealous and Rem had notebooks that now exist but are not attached to anybody.
Sido took one though.
No, Sido took his notebook.
That was Ryuk's second.
Yes.
Got it, okay.
So,
like, I'll just keep bringing this up every single episode, don't worry. Till we're done.
I mean, you have to understand it, and I don't think I do fully, but that's my understanding.
成功しました。今のところ死神は確認できません。
レスター指揮官、ミスター模擬につないでください。ミスター模擬、ノートのルールでは死の前の行動を操れるにはどれくらいですか？
四つ葉が実験したデータによると23日間。
確かですか。
はい。四つ葉の殺しはそれを証明していたと言えます。
ありがとうございます。では可能性としてジェバンニがすでに操られていて死神はいないと言わされていることも考え、エルと対峙するのは24日後にジェバンニが生きていたらとしましょう。
高田さん、歌謡祭大変だったね。
ええ、天音さんが行方不明になるなんてね。
T に全て確認できたら清美に伝えるよう指示。そしてそのメッセージが来たら僕に電話でもメールでもいいから早く会いたいという文面のメッセージをくれ。
写真？
はい。実際にどう書いているのかを見たい。書き込みに何か規則性はないか。
Frantically.
どういうノートか。
Delete.
そのすべて事細かにこの目で見てみたい。
Like an encyclopedia.
Look at those entries.
You better
That
pick
book
up the
looks
pace.
like Excel.
Well, I know, it's like insane. Like,
ジェバンニはよくやってくれました。筆跡も三上の検事としての長所と一致。三上が書いたものに間違いありません。これならいけます。
That's actually pretty genius, comparing his handwriting from his prosecuting to his nightly activities.
Yes.
His vigilante activities.
That was so precise. He's like, we're on a space saving mission here. We're gonna make sure we can squeeze every single square millimeter out of this paper.
There are lots of people to kill, apparently.
I keep getting worried that he's gonna walk into the locker room when Giovanni is messing around.
Would you ever cut your workout short?
Never.
Neither would Teru.
Teru works out on holidays. He's a man of routine. Mondays and Thursdays, doesn't even miss on holidays. Do not compare me to Teru.
Okay, so this is the first piece of
The downfall.
concrete evidence.
Okay, or that.
Well, no, I agree with you. But he's building an actual case. Now, my question is he going to use it to prosecute Teru, or is he going to use it to flip Teru, to get to Light? Because he's got Teru dead to rights.
I think he's convinced that Light is the guy.
Fair.
So I think he's going to do everything he can to build an airtight case.
I think so too, but I'm curious if he thinks he can do it without Teru's help, or...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Yeah, you watch enough crime TV.
No, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
I just.
Well, I was trying to think through, like, how would I do it, or what would he do, or does he need more help? Because he's managed to back him into a fairly big corner. Now, how does he get to Kiyomi? That's the next piece. Like, he's trying to isolate him, which makes sense, but...
There's just a couple more pieces that have to fall into place here.
Yeah.
And they better fall fast, people, because we only have 3 episodes left.
That's crazy. I really enjoyed this.
It's a real mind meld.
Okay. So next episode confronts Teru. The episode after that, he
Takes
comes
down
for Kiyomi.
Kiyomi and then
Light.
Perfect. Story's written.
But I still think Misa's gonna play a role in this.
Oh yeah, she's not going anywhere. Let us know your thoughts. Are we too optimistic about how this is gonna end? Probably. But I really have high hopes for this, everybody.
That last synopsis had nothing going Light's way, which has never happened in the show.
Everything has gone Light's way, so they're about to flip the script with only a couple episodes left and be like, there you go. But let us know your thoughts down in the comments below, and as always, we'd be so excited if you would like this video, subscribe to my channel, and stay tuned for more Death Note next week. Thanks, guys.